How do you recession-proof your testing career? That's a good question. It's something that actually came up recently. One of my students was asking me, how do you make sure that in a context of a recession where companies are trying to cut down, companies are trying to lay people off, unfortunately, how do you make sure your testing career is safe? The obvious answer is to make sure you have valuable skills. And fairly obviously, test automation is one of those skills. But what I found is that simply knowing test automation, simply knowing scripting isn't necessarily enough. You need to be able to show that you can make an impact, make a difference, that you are giving tangible benefits to your organization. Are you helping the teams do in-sprint automation? Are you reducing defect rates? Increasing the number of test scripts, that doesn't do very much in itself. What benefits is that when managers can see that they are delivering more quickly, that they are getting fewer defects, that they are getting less unplanned rework, basically that they're delivering better and higher quality and more quickly. And test automation can play a role in that, but you can be much more effective at making that impact if you know how to, if you can leverage not only writing test scripts, but also getting teams to collaborate, getting teams to talk to each other, working with developers to get them engaged in test automation as well, getting test automation within the sprint really humming. That sort of thing is the skill that will really set you apart from a generic tester who knows test automation or test scripting. That's what will show people that you are a level above what the average test automation scripter knows how to do. And that's what you need. You need to stand out. The next obvious question is, how do you get there? How do you get that level of top 5%, top tier test automation engineer skills? If you're a manual tester and maybe you don't know how to do automation at all, maybe you just know how to do basic scripting. How do you get to that top level? How do you get confident in your test automation skills? How do you get confident that you are actually making an impact? There are lots of different ways, but you do need a plan. You do need to come up with a strategy that works for you, a tailored strategy that will help you stick to your goals and achieve them. If I've got a number of resources, number of tips that I can give to help you with that, the simplest thing to do is to ping me, reach out to me on LinkedIn, and I can walk you through some of the options. I've got a roadmap document that can help you get yourself a plan. We run training courses, we run workshops, we run a coaching program, which is very, very effective. Not for everyone. It's only really for very motivated, very driven testers who really want to achieve their goals. If you think you're in that set, then we can have a chat and I can walk you through how that works. There are lots of options out there, but the key thing to remember is you've got to be committed to learning, committed to growing your skills, committed to getting there, achieving that top level of test automation. If you are committed, if you are driven, then I've seen lots of testers go from manual testing to very skilled test automation skills and really achieve in their careers. So it's totally possible for you if you put your mind to it. So if you do want to talk about some of the options, some of the resources I've got the roadmap document or the coaching programs or whatnot, ping me on LinkedIn and we can have a chat.